Hey guys, Brendan here. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Last time we found some bodies, specifically Ibuki and Hiyoko's bodies, and now we're gonna investigate them.
If only I'd noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved.
Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing?
After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room, and that's when it came to me that I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing one more time before I go to sleep. And so I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital.
So that's what happened.
Then I saw Hiyoko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby.
That is a long story.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning.
You're right, we were together until you went to the on-call room.
That's right. We were together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement. So, I don't doubt you. I'm telling you the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please, spare my life at least.
What happened to not doubting me? Econ's account has been added. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor.
I see.
This appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
This, too, must be the
Kazuichi
will
put it in the
of
music
Kansas.
venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like this?
Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here.
What do you mean?
Well,
Even if they know they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera.
Fine.
So that's why they destroyed the camera. Seems plausible enough. They'd hesitate to murder someone in front of the camera, and that's why the killer destroyed this? Then what was that thing I saw? Yeah, no, that's not. That doesn't seem to check out. This is the video. I'm gonna go in the storage room real quick. There's a door that says staff only. Looks like it's inside is a storage room. I might as well investigate in here too. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf, it looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper, it looks a little torn, but what does this mean? You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. Nagito, did you come here to investigate this storage room too? I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here?
Hey,
So, how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped-over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hiyoko. That probably all came from this storage room. There might be other things from this storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretended to give me hints, but in the end, you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? Oh, I'm not siding with the killer, you know. I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it. That's the main reason why this case is really special. Huh?
man.
But I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense. I guess that's everything important in this storage room. I guess I should go back to the music venue. take a look around the stage. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. But why did she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, huh? That hemp bag. Upon further inspection, there's a Monami decal on the fabric. It looks like this isn't just a normal bag. It's the rope that was tied to the baton lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died. From what I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact that this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope in there. Which means, was it obtained from the supermarket? Did the killer bring it from there? That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it'd be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Huh? Oh, I just noticed a little something. Is it okay if I confirm it? Hey! Excuse me, Mikan, do you have a moment? Okay. My mind was on elsewhere. It's fine. Speaking of elsewhere, let's check my pet.
What's happened?
There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right?
Well,
Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself. That was obvious the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. You're right. Yep, I got it. So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place. Geez, as usual, I have no idea what he's up to. I feel like that line right there, this rope won't be much of a clue, that's after effects of the despair disease, and he actually means that it's a huge clue. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she was sick. Huh? What's this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. It's blood, right? But there shouldn't be any external injuries on Ibuki. If that's the case, this is Hiyoko's blood. This blood belongs to someone else.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can I talk to you for a sec? You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of that hemp bag, though. But I knew right away she was dead since she was hanging from that rope.
Like,
Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up.
well,
That helps. There's no time of death written in the Monokuma file this time. So I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true, their estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file this time, but I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. In that video, Ibuki was climbing the steps of the stepladder on her own, so right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No, that's impossible. Because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hiyoko's death afterward. 2 different deaths happened at the same time. There's no way that's a coincidence. There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. The dull light in that video must have been coming from this candle. A candle this huge might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used the normal stage lighting. Yeah, it seems weird that you'd choose to use a candle when you have the stage lights. The stepladder's tipped over on its side. This must be the stepladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw.
Isn't that a bloodstain?
see?
Look, there's blood around the left side of the stepladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case...
Then it must be Hiyoko's blood.
Yep.
It's the only thing I can think of.
The bloodstain that probably belongs to Hiyoko is on the left side of the stepladder, and also the bottom of Ibuki's shoes. What does it mean? Or not shoes, slippers, but yeah. Hiyoko's body is suspended against the pillar on the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. Damn it, who did this? According to the Monokuma file, her cause of death was a slit throat. Her neck looks like it stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. But why is Hiyoko's kimono like this? Her kimono is all disheveled, also her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body here. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed... It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? What the hell was that? I'm gonna make sure there's not a cat in my bedroom real quick. I'm gonna pause the video. Well, I'm back. There's no cat in my bedroom, so I don't know what made that sound that I heard just now. I'm gonna say my chair probably hit the metal on my desk, and that freaked me out. Probably the case, actually, but whatever. Okay, moving on. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? Even if it's possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Because the killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right?
Hey!
Hajime, do you have a minute? No, you're in the way.
Now.
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need your help with. Help.
Actually...
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hiyoko's kimono. So, I was thinking she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want me to search inside Hiyoko's kimono.
Huh?
Huh? That's exactly it.
Why?
Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Don't mess with me. Are you saying there's no problem with it now that she's dead? Fine, if you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else.
Hey!
Hey, Akane!
Yo!
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Well, there's something I want you to do for me. It looks like there's something inside Hiyoko's kimono. So, can you feel around for that?
What?
I don't really understand, but I just gotta check Hiyoko's kimono, right?
Thanks.
Thank you, Akane. Helping each other is a wonderful thing.
Now then.
Let's see.
Akane reached through the duct tape binding Hiyoko as she stuck her hand inside her kimono.
That's weird.
Damn it, she's tied up so tight I can't really reach with my hand. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yo!
There's something. Is this what you were looking for?
Is this a key?
Perhaps...
It looks different than the keys to the cottage. So this may be the key to her motel room. The key to her motel room, huh?
But...
If her key was so deep inside her kimono that it'd be hard to remove, then it's very unlikely that the killer tampered with this evidence.
Isn't that right?
Because if this is a trap, they would have put it more toward the front of her kimono so we'd notice it easier. Which means we can conclude this is something Hiyoko had with her all along.
Hey.
Awesome. It's not like I'm adding to that or anything, but you looked like you were curious about the condition of Hiyoko's body, right, Hajime? Of course, that's why I'm investigating it. It's true, there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Of all those mysteries, what I think is the strangest is
See?
the way they wrapped her body with the duct tape. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hiyoko's neck, don't you think? Hide the wound on her neck? I don't really know if that was their true intention, but I guess it's a big help for our investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right? If her body was left alone after her throat was slit, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood. A sea of blood, huh? 2 dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. That's enough to make anybody faint. Bloodstain. Faded bloodstain there. With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the stage floor. Did something drop on the floor there?
Nothing dropped, it's just dirty.
Dirty?
Hey.
See, take a close look at the floor.
Oh yeah, there's a bloodstain.
If you look closely,
You're right, there's a smudge as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something. Is this a bloodstain?
Yep.
well, a bloodstain isn't strange. Yoko's neck was slashed not far from me.
But still.
Rather, what's strange is, why did the killer try to hide it?
Hide it?
So.
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off.
The reason the killer wiped off the bloodstain, as long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off a bloodstain. So what was the killer trying to hide? This looks like the music venue's AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust with the hot air in the music venue with this. Alright, I should mess around with it a little, like so. It's running as a heater, over 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I know why it's so damn hot. I better turn off the heater for now, that should cool things off a little. AC temperature has been added. Ugh. Did I not look at Ibuki's body? I don't think I did. I did, actually. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. I didn't look at the curtain. That's what I didn't look at. There's a black curtain hanging at the far side of the stage. This curtain, it's not wide enough. You can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other.
Huh?
It's not really a full-length curtain.
This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly.
It was probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. See, the back of the curtain is taped for temporary use, just like the curtain at the supermarket.
So you're saying someone took the time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket?
So.
If they went that far, this was probably something that the killer really needed for this crime.
Why did they need it?
Who knows?
Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answers came easily. Added. I don't need to be on stage anymore. Okay.
Hajime.
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
Right?
Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
No me.
That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy, and I won't even mind when I die.
Damn it.
That's the main reason why I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. Guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings?
Hey.
You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously, the movie theater. After After he said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. Movie theater. Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? The bag came from there. For one. Even I'm horrified of my power. Of the eye of the Overlord. What the heck is this?
Nature, the collective will
I
of the
cannot
world.
believe you haven't noticed that aberrant thing. Pitiful humans, they refuse to lift their heads up for fear of doubting the authenticity of the blue sky. Lift my head up? Does he mean that there's something up there? Oh yeah, there's like, something right there, hanging off the lighting, but whatever.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What?
Huh?
Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's been broken. What happened to it?
Like...
If something like that is in front of the door, I think it might be a really big clue. Why would this be a clue?
Hey!
Remember when we came to the music venue? If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through.
I wonder if that's gonna be possible. Of the 4 of us, 2 of us are girls, you know?
It doesn't matter if you can do it or not. We have to try. Let's go. We'll all charge at the same time. Ready, set, go! At Fuyuhiko's signal, we charged into the door at full force. Bam. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the 4 of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh? The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then how was the killer able to get out?
Huh?
Huh? I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside.
Like...
Maybe the killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, and they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us.
I get it.
You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? There's nowhere to hide in here, like at all. The only place they could have hidden is the storage room, and it would have been extremely obvious for one person to randomly come out of the storage room. If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around the asylum.
Damn it.
Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let the killer get away with this. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like he said, that might be possible, but...
I've listened to the whole
I heard what
story.
you 2 were discussing.
Chiaki, that was kind of a cool entrance.
Well,
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting.
What is it?
see?
Look, there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch, see?
You're right. What is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but...
As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger. Why are you putting it in your mouth?
it smells like workshop chemicals.
Workshop?
And this chewiness. I see. This thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly into the gaps of the door.
What are you talking about?
Just as I thought, it tastes nasty.
Chiaki spat out the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Probably glue. I accidentally skipped that, my bad. Alright, with this we might be close to investigating the music venue. but I still need to talk to Mikan. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. How about it, Mikan? Have you found anything by now?
To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive. But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death.
Because of the heat? Is that possible? Yeah, strong heat would speed up decomposition.
If the body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death.
I see. That might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. That's weird.
But
Even if this is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death?
I agree. As long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko.
And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking the order of the murders.
Huh? Imitation murder?
huh?
Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew.
See?
It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work like a song or a film as an outline for their killings.
Oh, I thought it was like imitation crap. That makes a lot more sense.
It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it.
How would an imitation murder be related to this murder?
Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's really an imitation of that movie.
That movie?
Good instinct.
The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people.
The goal was an imitation murder. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that?
Do you have a minute?
Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
This, too,
It's
must be the
certainly
will of
conceivable
causality.
if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you all talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried that there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries! Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I prepared a perfect countermeasure. On this killing school trip, the same blackened can only kill a maximum of 2 people!
Huh?
I mean, we've added another rule.
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the blackened would be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains.
If it is a maximum of 2 people, then will there not be any more killings? Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules.
I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
Perhaps.
I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers?
So,
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hiyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for one person, right?
I am concerned.
If we can only choose on one based on a majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
So what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2, or 4 incidents that overlap one another?
Silence!
Shut up! It's okay. I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey,
Meaning 2 killers can exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
wow. I don't like
Alright, fine, that's right. There's always one killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is.
this.
Man, I ended up giving you a
huge hint. You can say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. I see, so there's no possibility for two killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little.
Yep.
Yep, that makes things a little easier.
5.
Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, it means a third victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation?
Could it be you haven't seen it?
Seen it? Seriously, seen what?
So...
Like I said, that movie.
Oh my!
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets.
Then the imitation is...
Good
Of
instinct.
course, it is an imitation of that movie.
Well,
Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it.
As if they copied the movie. I see. Nagito mentioned something about that. Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater.
you...
I see, so you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts.
Looks like I need to do that.
And I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki? Probably the hospital for sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place.
You are right.
Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time.
She's right. It might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hiyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. I just remembered I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hiyoko's room is. It might be faster just to ask someone. Gundam,
So you have a
here,
key.
right? Come on out! Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hiyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of... I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? Yoko's room. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Looks like it's locked, but I have the key. Open, just as I thought this key was Hiyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. So, Hiyoko was staying there. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted.
Oh my!
Huh? Did the door open?
Yeah, Hiyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it.
I see.
What, did something happen?
No, it is just... I am starting to believe it might be my fault.
Her fault? What does she mean? Find out in a minute. Alright, we got the Monokuma. Now let's talk to Sonia, see what the hell she means.
The moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was
So she was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
However,
Her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason.
Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
perhaps,
Her kimono.
Her kimono?
Yesterday, I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it.
She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
you are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. That Mahiru kindly taught her the basics.
That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did.
What did you say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
And that was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be!
Could it be? Hiyoko remembered that.
Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation?
I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation.
Nobody knew. If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? They didn't. Something's wrong. What else do I need here? Really? Are there? Bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. There's something in the bathroom. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcibly abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. Okay. I just had to look at the other stuff in the room. I didn't think it was important, but oh well. Okay, I guess I have to talk to Hiyoko.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from a baton levee. However, there was no body discovery announcement made, that's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, we met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
I see.
So we had no choice but to break down the door and discovered Hyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey.
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall, Gundam and Mono. Didn't you hear me? A body was found.
Body. Yeah.
Could it be, do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi.
I see.
I see. So Kazuichi and Sonya didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
Like,
Well, Hiyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously, those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what was going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
well, yeah.
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone while you circled the island?
Well,
No. We went to the movie theater and that street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped her around the pillow with duct tape. It's true. I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. The fact that Hiyoko was killed and we did discover her body.
huh?
What, do you still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true. I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. Check on our pet real quick. That's fine.
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? Case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched the movie yet.
I see.
See, then you should really watch the movie first.
Hey!
Hey, manager! A customer's here.
Did you call me?
Yes, did you call me?
What?
Hajime's the customer. Do you have a problem with that?
What are you gonna do?
And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. You were so devoted to being Tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million.
Huh?
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing.
Listen up!
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. He probably paid a lot more to get into Hope's Peak Academy, so his parents probably have like fuck you money. So, you know. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it! But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. See, it's this one! I'm sorry I was born stupid.
That's...
You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Here!
Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have the one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date onto the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once.
Look forward to it.
Then I'll go
okay?
prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay?
Hey,
Hajime, about that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend that you keep it safe. Huh? Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm, because I'm gonna fuck you over later. Movie invitation ticket has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes preparations. That reminds me, that item should be on top of the counter, but it's not. Yeah, the handbag. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Oh there, were you interested in buying that tote bag?
Too bad.
Oh, that's just too bad, it's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
You're so
Stupid, there's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it. I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one, it's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey,
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off.
well now.
Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
Now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
This is exciting! Exciting! Good, we get to watch the movie. Very good movie that Monokuma made. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monami 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D. That sounds so half-assed. He phony because that's the style this game is in.
Now then, please relax and enjoy the film.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise, and was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends.
The way the world scrolls reminds me of Animal Crossing. And my god, I really hope the next Animal Crossing game, whenever the hell that is, has free reign for camera movement. That'd be really great.
Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died. He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monami tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
I hate it when people clap at the end of movies. I hate it so much. It makes no goddamn sense. Like yeah, when you're done watching a live performance, obviously clap. That's the correct scenario. A live performance, regardless of if it's like music-based or play or whatever, clap at the end of those. Obviously, that makes sense. But like, fucking, when you're just watching a movie, why would you clap at the end? Because no one is there to appreciate the fact that you clapped, so it makes no sense. Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head. I don't like that, Monokuma. I really don't. That makes me uncomfortable. Moving on.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
bye.
Goodbye, bye-bye. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Nope, that's me. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? Thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Yuki's the first one. Yuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie, and Hiyoko's death matches the lion's death too.
But
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now, or... If the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure that that's even true. I feel like the imitation was an afterthought because, you know, if you're gonna do an imitation, you would try to get arrows so you can do it right. Because the lion was propped up by arrows, not propped up by tape. So I think the imitation murder is an afterthought to try to get us to think about the time of death incorrectly. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime,
Hey Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
that's right.
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
hey.
Tell me, Hajime.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now, but the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that it must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will And then she grabbed that rope and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up on them even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model.
Hold on.
Well?
At the time, you said you didn't know the person was wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right?
Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide. What do you think, Chiaki?
There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
If so...
Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily.
Oh, yeah. I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there.
What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room. Why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? I should investigate the lobby first. Okay, I guess I have to talk to Headquarters. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey.
Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get that from this shady-looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right.
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man.
No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was being filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey.
But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Okay, what else do I need to look at here then? We need to look at this again. No. Okay, I could leave the room. That makes sense. You can leave the room, but you can't leave the hospital itself, so I didn't get to leave them. Gotcha. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch?
Hey,
Don't turn it on.
Huh? Chiaki, are you there?
'cause...
If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing.
What's fully exposed?
Hey,
Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out?
I'm not gonna poke out my eyes.
Aww.
Aw, bummer. Troll fail.
No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Chiaki had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window.
Hey, hey.
Are you surprised?
Surprised? I don't get it.
Well,
I got it.
Got what?
see?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through.
See?
See? A black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect.
Black, light-blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it?
I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret.
Yep, she's upset. But still, what was all that about? That bit about it being embarrassing if I look and troll fail?
Nope.
I just wanted to mess with you.
Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? So this was a light-blocking curtain, that's why it was so pitch black. Maybe I need to talk to her anyway. I'm gonna talk to her before actually leaving, because I feel like I have to. It feels like a thing I should have to do. Hey, did I do something to make you angry?
What's
I'm
wrong?
not angry, I think.
Well, are you or aren't you? If you're not angry, you wouldn't have done something so weird.
Yep,
Yeah, I'm already over what happened earlier, so you don't have to worry about it,
I think.
I think.
Is she teasing me? Okay, never mind. Take a look at the on-call room. This isn't a room for patients. It looks more like an on-call room for hospital staff, but all this cluttered medical equipment makes it look like a storage room. If this is the only on-call room, working in a hospital must be tough work. So if a room like this exists, that means there used to be people here, right? Seriously, what the heck is going on with this island? I think I need to look in there. Jeez.
Now then.
Phew, I'm finally getting back to my normal self.
All right.
Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win.
No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey, hey.
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one.
Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on.
That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms.
There weren't any gowns?
Yo.
Yep, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so it'll probably be able to fit in it.
Hold on. What happened to the gown you were wearing?
Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross.
Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser.
Like,
No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikon back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon.
Well, it's okay, since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place.
hello. How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma. Yay! Awesome. The class trial's gonna start, you know. So make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP. I'll see you soon.
Okay, Monokuma. It's already time. So this again. I need to go to that place, again. Now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims. In order to find the truth, the only thing I can do is go. Walking. All right, I'm gonna end the video here, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, if you consider leaving a like, consider subscribing, that kind of stuff. Lets me know that people enjoy my content. Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. So bye for now. Peace out, guys. I'll see you next time.